Hi everyone, and welcome to the DY family. Today's video is another cooking video. Today we're going to be making ultimate Oreo pie. What you need to make this pie recipe is some Oreos, and I have two packages here. I have two packages of the 13.29 ounce. Now we're going to use these for the crust and for the filling. If you would like to make this recipe a little faster or even easier for yourself, you could buy the pre-packaged crust and then you would only need about one package of Oreos, because we're going to use about 30 Oreos for our crust and then 18 for the filling. 2 packages of vanilla pudding, the 3.4 ounce packages. An 8 ounce container of Cool Whip. Some butter. Powdered sugar. Vanilla. And some heavy whipping cream. And you're going to want the large container. This is 1 quart. Because we're going to use this in both the filling and the topping. So the first step to our recipe is we're going to take out 36 Oreos, or 30 to 36, it's whatever you prefer. If you want your crust thicker, then you use more. If you want it less, then you use less. We're going to take them out, and then you're going to either grind them up in your blender or a food processor. I do not have a food processor, so I'm going to use my blender. Alright, so I went ahead and I crushed up our Oreos in my blender. I did both the crust and the filling part so I could get it all over with. Now we're going to take our Oreos that are for our crust, and we're going to take our butter here, and we need 6 tablespoons of it. We are going to melt our butter in the microwave, and then we're going to pour it in our crust and stir it up real well, and then go ahead and our Oreo crust into the pie pan, and then we will go ahead and move on to making the filling part. Alright, so we have our melted butter. We're going to pour it in here over our crushed Oreos and mix it up. I have our pie dish here. We're just going to pour our mixture in here and spread it around. Like I said before, if you're wanting to save time or make things easier for yourself, you could buy an already prepared crust. Alright, our crust is all ready. Now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the filling. And for this part, you're going to want to use a mixer because the filling is very thick. And it's just a whole lot easier to use a mixer. Alright, so we have our mixer out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 vanilla pudding mixes and pour them into the bowl. Now we are not preparing these according to the directions on the box. We are going to just use the 2 packages of vanilla pudding, and we're going to add the whipping cream and our 8 ounce container of Cool Whip. Now we have 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now we are just going to blend this up real well before we add our Cool Whip. right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 8-ounce container of Cool Whip and add it to our pudding mixture here. Now we're going to mix this up real well. All right, here is our pie filling mixture. Now we're going to take our other Oreos that we had set aside and we're going to pour them in and mix it all together. We're going to mix this all up and add it to our pie pan. You can use your mixer if you want to when you add the Oreos. I just went ahead and set that aside for now. Now we're going to take out our pie pan again, and we're going to go ahead and put in our filling and spread it around. Spread it all around. All right, here is our pie crust and our filling. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this, or if you have a pie dish with a lid, you can use that too. And we're going to put it in the refrigerator for 4 to 8 hours before we add our topping. All right, it is now time to do our final step to make the topping. Here is our pie, and I let mine sit in the refrigerator overnight because I made it in the afternoon yesterday. It is now the next morning because you want your pie to sit in the refrigerator for 4 to 8 hours at least before you do the topping. So now to do the topping, we're going to use our mixer again, but we're going to take our bowl and our beater and we are going to put them in the freezer for 15 minutes so they get nice and cold to help with our topping. All right, it has been 15 minutes, so we have out our bowl and our mixer. Now we're going to add 1 cup of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. A 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we are going to mix this for 4 to 5 minutes. Alright, here is what our whipped topping looks like. Now we're going to go ahead and put this on top of our pie, and then we're going to sprinkle a little crushed Oreos on top. Alright, now what I did is I just took some Oreos, put them in a bag, and crushed them up, and we're just going to put them all over the top of our pie. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Here is our Oreo pie. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Also, please be sure to check out my other recipes. If you enjoyed this pie video, I have some other ones as well that you might want to check out.